President Michael Timmons.
Hi, USA. Everybody having a good time? Good. Tonight I have the great pleasure of presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award. A graduate of the Naval School of Photography and the University of Washington School of Engineering, Ken Whitmire is hailed as the father of wall portraits. He has been awarded over 100 major photographic trophies. He has judged and presented programs throughout the country as well as Canada, Australia, New Zealand, China, Great Britain, and the Philippines. He has traveled to and photographed over 22 countries in all corners of the globe. In 1987, he assisted with the leadership of the first recorded professional photographers cultural exchange tour of China, representing PPA's International Committee. He holds the Master of Photography degree, the Photographic Craftsman degree, and ASP's Fellowship degree. He was awarded the Eastman Kodak National Academy Awards Grand Prize and the Gerhard Bacher Award and the ASP Honorary Fellowship. Ken graciously served on the Portrait Division Executive Committee and the Board of Directors for PPA, as well as the Board of Governors for ASP. He is a past president of the Photographic Art and Science Foundation, sponsor of the International Photography Hall of Fame, and remains on their Board of Directors. He has several images in the International Photography Hall of Fame collection and was selected to produce the largest Duratran ever produced at the time of the 1989 150th Anniversary Photography Celebration. Ken and his wife Bai have 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. They reside in Yakima, Washington, where they currently operate a diversified photography business specializing in wall-size portraiture and decor items. For the last 33 years, Ken has shared his knowledge and passion through a popular week-long wall portrait conference conducted annually on the studio grounds by Ken and his associates. It is known nationwide as the Wall Portrait School, and who better to learn from than the wall portrait father himself, Ken Whitmire. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to introduce to you a man who has touched the lives of thousands of photographers in his career and has made the difference in so many lives of people in photography. Your 2015 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Ken Whitmire.
Are we there? Good. How do you think 29,000 peers? I want to acknowledge my family, of course. My wife and I have 60 and a half years, sitting right down here, along with the rest of the family, and a whole bunch of Washingtonians and friends. And one of which flew in just for this ceremony tonight from Texas. Vi, bless her, made me promise not to use up too much time going into multiple kudos. She said firmly, use this 3.5 to 4 minutes to say something that might benefit the profession that has bestowed this award upon you. She said, that's why they brought you here. So to all 29,000 of us, thank you for your confidence, your love, and all the wonderful comments on the exhibits that we set up. Any one of the 29,000 of us is capable of doing that. However, the 29,000 of us, we've taken on a responsibility. We've elected leaders from our midst, our council and our board of directors. And they in turn have hired a professional staff to help us handle the affairs and situations that we cannot handle for ourselves individually. I can tell you, they are handling our affairs extremely well. We are the best represented photography association in the entire world. However, it's up to the rest of us, the other 29,000 people that are members. We must shoulder the grassroots wheel of public perception. This profession must not allow itself to get behind in the ethos and pathos of public perception. I remind us that the first P in the logo PPA stands for professional. And I wouldn't mind if we had another P added in there to stand for pride or proud. Wouldn't that be great? Can you just see it and feel it now? Proud professional photographers. To do that, we must know what we are, what we do, and how we come to be where we are, or where we want to be. What do we know about our own history and how much can we learn? Are we aware that the first airmail was carried by a photographer? Are we aware that a photographer faced down Napoleon by refusing to fly his hot air balloon behind the enemy lines and photograph the enemy because he was not in line with Napoleon's war? He faced Napoleon down because he was respected as much in Paris as was Napoleon himself in the mid-1800s. Do we know that the first exhibit of Impressionist art was exhibited in a photographer's studio because the other artists of that era would not allow them to exhibit in their domain? But the photographer opened up his studio to the Impressionists, to Monet and others. In fact, the word Impressionism was born in that photographer's studio. The first major art exhibit was brought to the United States in New York by a photographer. Stieglitz is actually better known in the art world than he is in photographic circles. Roger Fenton and Matthew Brady's men during the Crimean War and the American Civil War provided photographic images that changed mankind's awareness of the horrors of war. During World War II, the development of the photographic printed circuit is given heavy credit for the United States' phenomenal acceleration of aircraft production that tipped the scales in favor of the Allies during that particular war. And early one morning in 1962, the viewing of aerial photographs from the evening before spurred a young President, John F. Kennedy, to engage and face down a potential World War threat. There is so much more we can go into, but you get the point. There is not another recording and archiving medium in the universe that exceeds the importance of photography to mankind. And it was and is professionals that lead the way. Let's all go out there as proud professional photographers and help the rest of the world understand what it is that we do. Thank you.